bottom tier intelligence, like top tier dishonesty. It's like the worst fucking combination you could possibly have. He's the worst of the worst. He is the worst of the worst. Let's be serious here. What do you mean you would rather trust those? You're a fucking idiot. If he loves debate so much, why doesn't he do one? With literally anyone. Rough estimate of Nux's BMI, I'm begging. Get some fucking skin in the game, and then you can talk like you want violence. Republicans are in the government. What do you protest? So, okay. Destiny has been fighting with friend of the show, NuxTaku. So, obviously this comes off of Destiny's takes on the Charlie Kirk thing that was shown that were on Piers Morgan. Have been blasted on Fox repeatedly over the last few days. Nux had some takes on the sort of things Destiny was saying. So we're going to pull up this first clip. We're going to take a look at sort of the exchange they had, and then go back and look at Nux's reaction to Destiny's Piers Morgan appearance, because I imagine that being nothing but insufferable. So let's see. First of all, what does Destiny see Nux say, and what does Destiny say in response? Let's have a look.
See, guys, it's both sides. Guys, look, it's both sides. It's literally both sides. Holy shit, both sides. Both sides. We absolutely need to condemn this immediately. I can't believe both sides are an issue here.
Can I just say there's a feeling that I got that I never thought I would have empathized with? I totally get the Nazi people when their perception is they see these Israeli Jews who are ungrateful for all the shit we send them and they just want to fuck with our shit politically. I get it. Okay? I get it. I get it.
See, guys, it's both sides. Guys, look, it's both sides.
So yeah, I would love to totally deny Destiny any win or funny line here. I would love to. However, this is there's a little bit of red bar in that comment, I fear. You know, I heard a little bit of, it's like when he says about Healer. Says, if you were, a German, and you saw a few of those coming over the hills, you might, It's like when he says that. And that is quite accurate for Nux. I feel like what Desi said there is quite accurate for Nux here. I feel like that is quite accurate. Very, very accurate, actually. And it is fucking annoying that Nux behaves in such a disgusting way towards every fucking Western democracy, every fucking liberal country, that when they literally secure his fucking existence with their tax money. It's fucking disgusting. It's disgusting. I can't stand it. And he talks like he's part of like America and Canada as well, but he's a fucking Israeli in Israel. It's despicable, man. So I totally agree with that. Fuck Nux. Let's see what Nux responds with. So he responded to it on his stream yesterday.
Themselves for me because I agree with Nick Fuentes / Alex Jones type conservatism.
Oh yeah, wait. We need that. So he agrees with Nick Fuentes conservatism. He's saying, but he's an Israeli who is pro-Israel. I agree with Nick Fuentes conservatism, but I'm an Israeli Jew who supports Israel. Like, you don't understand what you're claiming to support. You are just pure grifting. You literally, he doesn't even care what that entails. It is pure grifting. It's like, oh, people say Nick Fuentes is cool right now, so actually I believe what Nick Fuentes believes. It's like so pathetic and transparent. It's totally embarrassing. It's so shameful. And this retard, genuinely, this guy, this scumfuck, this fucking lolicon fucking loser who hides his face while demanding that other people be doxxed, this disgusting fucking him, Tectone, another reprobate degenerate, should genuinely, they should never, ever hear the end of the fact that they refuse to stand on anything they believe. Will never get on the stream. Tectone, when you did get on the stream with Destiny or Erudite, did not stand on his beliefs at all. Totally cucked out. Was a total fucking pussy. They should never hear the end of this. It should be all of their replies every time they tweet. Every time one of them goes live, their chat should be filled with everyone. Not saying you guys should do it, but it should be filled with people saying, why don't you talk to anyone about what you think? Why do you never defend any of your beliefs? Why do you not respond to any criticism? Why do you avoid any critical videos of you? Why do you avoid that? Because the idea that we have scum like Nux, scum, dual loyalty scum like Nux, legitimately dual loyalty, like will try and undermine other countries that he's been a part of for the benefit of Israel. Does that explicitly in his fucking videos. Scum like this. The idea we have scum like this walking around. Completely unchallenged. Completely unchallenged. Demanding the doxes of other people. Encouraging the doxes of other people. Demanding people lose their jobs. Working people lose their jobs while this scum hides his face. Hiding in Israel, looking at fucking lolly. Demanding that other people be doxed and lose their jobs. Ordinary people. It's disgusting. It's absolutely fucking despicable. So the idea that they get any sort of free ride or pass from the people they're around, or they're not constantly, every waking moment isn't constantly occupied with people demanding that they show up and defend what they're saying, is like a total injustice. It's a total injustice. Nux is one of the most disgusting, dishonest, vapid shills for MAGA and Israel on the internet. It's bottom tier intelligence, like top tier dishonesty. It's like the worst fucking combination you could possibly have. He almost got completely raped by fucking a Cheeto. Thank you for the 10 gifted. Thank you for the 10 gifted. Almost totally raped by a Cheeto on fucking Israel because he was making arguments like, oh, well, how can it be a genocide if they haven't killed them all yet? Claiming that random journalists are Hamas based on, like, screenshots of, like, registers of, like, military training from years ago that the IDF released and didn't show any supporting evidence for. Like, it was totally insane. It was totally insane. And a Cheeto was catching him on this. A Cheeto was catching him on this stuff. Also a low IQ shill. But even he was like, hey, no, I'm not sure about that. So the idea that when you can get totally unraveled by a Cheeto, you still feel confident in going out and giving political commentary day in, day out, which Nux does do. Likes to pretend it's just, well, I cover it for the memes, man. But no, you're shilling Israel. You're shilling Trump day in, day out. That is what you do. That is your job. You are a MAGA propagandist. That is your job. You're not a fucking anime YouTuber or whatever the fuck you used to think you were. So, yeah, it is totally disgusting to me that these people's online lives are not just hellish. Not just hellish. People constantly bringing up everyone they've dodged, every controversy. Because he's the worst of the worst. He is the worst of the worst.
And I wanted to get closer to God. What do I do? All right, so I am not on the Nick Fuentes train. Exactly. So I can't, like, give you advice in that regard. What you got to do is, all right, here's my advice basically to everybody.
So, not exactly on Nick Fuentes. So, he's a guy. So, he doesn't want to do his own demise, okay? Sorry, what I was leading into was this. Shit. Hi, Jew here. Hi, Jew here. Hi, Jew here. Hi, Jew here. So, what's Nux saying here? This is a eternal line, eternal opening line. What's he saying? I uniquely get shit from the far right and the far left. I can say with 100% certainty, I wouldn't trust my life to a Hitler, anti-Semitic, control the universe. Nick Fuentes Groiper named Groiper 42069 over it wouldn't say that, would it? It would be like 14. Okay. Over a moderately leftist college student goes to an overwhelmingly peaceful protest and celebrates Charlie Kirk's assassination. That's how bad it is. So, this is just like literary propaganda. And this is what I mean. So he's not like on the Nick Fuentes train, but he is totally willing to shill for Fuentes. And I like Fuentes. I like some of Fuentes' clips. I like some of his takes here and there. I would never describe myself as not exactly on the Fuentes train. I'm pretty against the Fuentes train, I'd say, generally. But the idea that you are going out there and you are going, hi, Jew here, to run defense for Groiper attitudes towards Jews. Bro, you are like handing the rope to yourself with right now. Like, this is what I mean. He has no idea even, like, I don't think he even understands the ramifications of the shit he shills for sometimes. You're in Israel right now. You are in Israel right now. Do you think your life will get better or worse because of someone like Fuentes? Who do you think would show more mercy to someone like Nux? Who do you think would show more mercy to someone like Nux? Do you think it would be... What's like a good representation of a college leftist? Bernie Sanders? Would it be Bernie Sanders, the candidate they all support, Bernie Sanders, or Fuentes? Who do we think would treat Israel or the Jews better? It's like such an absurd concept. Like, oh yeah, I would actually trust that leader and their followers more than this other leader and their followers who are totally mainstream and like have like barely any fucking controversial views really even. You would actually rather side with the people who believe there is a spiritual war against people like you. That people like you control their country. And that they are in a spiritual war with you. A holy war. What was the shit Fuentes was saying at that Sneeko rally? You remember that shit where he had all the fucking footage playing behind him? The one that got him taken off of Rumble for a bit or whatever? You must remember the rally I'm talking about. I think it got him investigated as well or something. Where he is like literally going like it's like crazy. He's like actual Hitler speeching. And Nux is like, oh yeah, this guy's actually way better than your average college leftist. You are some kind of fucking retard. You are legitimately a fucking moron. You are like full blown like supporting your own like fucking, I don't want to say death, because I don't think Nick Fuentes is like full blown like, you know. But he certainly doesn't support fucking giving money to Israel. He doesn't support funding like the Iron Dome and shit like that. So, and that's where you are. That's where you're at. That's where you are at. You know, any family you've got who might have money in the US, he probably wants their wealth expropriated and shit. You know, like, let's be serious here. What do you mean you would rather trust those? You're a fucking idiot.
Read scripture. Find out what you believe. Fight for what you believe in. But recognize that not everyone is going to think the same thing that you do. Get married. Have kids. Build a dynasty. That's my opinion. Anyway, moving on.
Are you doing that, Nux?
So Destiny reacted to a clip of mine. It's actually amazing. I'm so proud of myself.
Is that what you're doing, Nux?
That he reacted to this clip. Like, of all the clips, this was a good one. Destiny getting YouTube issues? Yeah, he was demonetized on YouTube. So here, let's see this clip, guys.
Nux gets like 700 or 800 viewers live.
All right, let's make it small so that you could see the whole clip. All right. Now let's make it big so you can actually see the whole clip. All right. Let's move me here. So that's all right. It's a good clip. It's a good clip. See, guys, it's both sides.
It used to be a lot more when he was on Twitch.
It's
so that's actually
both
kind of
sides.
improvement.
Holy shit, both sides. We absolutely need to condemn this immediately. I can't believe both sides are an issue here.
Can I just say there's a feeling that I got that I never thought I would have empathized with. I totally get the Nazi people when they're
this is the rare good Destiny clip we get these days. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm grateful for all the shit we send them, and they just want to fuck with our shit politically. I get it. Okay, I get it.
He knows I'm powerful. He knows I have so much power. It's adorable. Bro sees the blue retard, and he's like, oh, this guy's fucking up my shit. Oh, bro's big mad. Also, I know this isn't relevant. Not as I don't know, man. Not as
dude, he always says
in the United States of America.
Sorry, not as living in Israel. Not as just living in Israel, and his cousin was in the IDF. Sorry, guys. Not just living in Israel, and his cousin was in the IDF and Jewish. Sorry, guys.
Actually, yeah. Yup, that's right. Bro's like, fuck. I understand the nut. This nuxanor is a bit too evil. This nuxanor.
Yeah, his cousin was in the IDF. Apparently, he died on October 7th. That's the claim.
Yep.
By the way,
He's
I don't
woke,
think
by the
people
way.
should even let him get away with that. I don't understand how you get to claim, like, a fucking connection to a tragedy like that when you're fucking anonymous. It's, like, disgusting that he uses that.
Okay, that's my favorite part. Destiny is literally woke. Dude, I'm not offended. All right, chat, I appreciate you running defense. Literally, I swear to God, I am not offended, like, in the slightest. This is potentially the least offensive thing that's ever happened to me. Don't worry. It's just funny as fuck. I think it's funny.
He's like I'm pretty sure Nux is like an American-Canadian dual citizen living in Israel who had family in the IDF. Literally, like, the most, like,
No, it's funny.
treacherous
It is
position you can be
hilarious. Bro, Destiny and Nick Fuentes allying on their Nazisms. Who could have seen this coming?
Wow, what intelligent commentary. What a great response, Nux.
Still waiting for Nux to cover Muda's engineer drama. You're going to keep waiting. I'm never covering it. It's a nothing burger story.
Ha 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 ha. Dude.
Yeah. Bro, this dude was amazing.
The sweeping is just
It's a good
crazy.
clip. I'm not going to lie. It's a good clip. See, guys, especially because his whole argument is the both sides. That is literally the Destiny argument. So I'm really glad that he saw this clip. Guys, it's both sides. Guys, look, it's both sides. It's
Yeah, except you
literally
are,
both-
like, factually wrong. And Nux, it's great. You're so happy Destiny's seen this take. You're so happy Destiny's seen this take. So surely, guys, Nux is gonna get on a stream and defend this take, right? That's what, because he's happy Destiny's seen this. He thinks this is a good point he's making. He thinks this is like an intelligent thing to say. So surely, if he got on a stream and explained it to someone, it would stand up to scrutiny. Right? Because it's all the left, it's all the Democrats that have been violent. It's not even both sides. It's like both sides, but like it's mainly the Democrats, you know. It's mainly the Democrats that are violent and censoring and clamping down on freedoms. It's mainly the Democrats. But it's kind of both sides, yeah. That'll stand up to scrutiny in a live conversation, right? So that's why Nux will do it. That's why he'll get on a stream. That's why he'll get on a stream and do it. Right? Surely. It's just so sickening.
Holy shit, both sides. Both sides. We absolutely need to condemn this immediately. I can't believe both sides are an issue here.
Can I just say there's a feeling that I got that I never thought I would have empathized with. I totally get the Nazi people when their perception is they see these Israelis who are ungrateful for all the shit we send them and they just want to fuck with our shit politically.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Nazis had to do with thinking that they're ungrateful. I don't know, man. I feel like that's another... Anyway, I think it's a banger. I made Destiny a Nazi. No one saw this coming.
Wow. I mean, yeah, you probably could make pretty much anyone a Nazi. I'm not gonna lie, Nux. I feel it coming out of me sometimes.
He has
listening to you.
empathy, right? He is an empathetic leftoid.
I don't
He
think he's
has
ever claimed
empathy
that.
for the Nazis.
Don't think he's ever claimed that.
All right, I'm gonna go make myself a coffee.
I don't think
I'll be
Destiny's
right
ever
back.
claimed to have empathy. They were the 279 Josh Crush. Actually, does
Eric
sometimes.
First
That's kind
woman
of
president. Not impossible. I have literally, for the record, I have always said the first woman president in the United States, in my opinion, the first woman president is absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, gonna be a Republican. But we'll see, I guess. All right, I'm gonna go make myself a coffee. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Time. This.
So okay, and then he covers Charlie Kirk Memorial. Great. Great. Okay. So let's see what intelligent commentary Nux had to add. So he is literally like stealing this point from retarded memes too. It's like, it's so crazy because if you like even look into the stats remotely, it's just not true. It's just like, this is totally fucking untrue. It's so crazy. They just get away with lying. They just lie. You just fucking lie. So yeah, I guess we'll watch some of this video.
The left, the right, see? Both sides commit violence. Wow. Literally both sides are the problem here. Except one side is more of the problem than others. Today we're talking about Destiny, talking about Hassan, talking about a big debate that just happened on
It should be very easy. Like, you know, Nux loves debates. He's watching debate right now. He loves debates. He's going to see ideas hashed out in the marketplace of ideas. He loves debates. Why does he not do any? Why has he never done one? If he loves debate so much, why doesn't he do one? With literally anyone.
The only person that's correct and everyone else is wrong. And more importantly, we're talking about how in the wake of Charlie Kirk's horrible assassination, the left decided, yeah, we are actually all for assassination culture. Actually, we do want to kill all of you, rape your children, and leave you castrated and alone. They basically were kind enough to all say that with their chest puffed out. So, as a big fan of freedom of speech, thank you so much. Now, you might recognize Destiny, one of the largest leftist streamers out there. This is a video he just made 2 days ago. Don't apologize for Charlie Kirk's death. Not sad, it's a trick. I feel like we don't even really need to dive too deep into what's going on here. Like literally, what the fuck are you doing, you evil, vindictive gremlin of a man? Holy shit. No, if I was your son, I would become a far-right Nazi as well. So I'm starting to really understand it.
Okay, wait, so what do you disagree with? So he's saying you don't even need to dive too deep. So whatever Nox's point is, should be obvious from what he's shown us so far. What's he shown us? Okay, let's break this down step by step. He's shown us a video, a single video title and thumbnail. What's the title? Don't apologize for Charlie Kirk's death. Do we disagree with this? Why would you apologize for Charlie Kirk's death? Why would anyone on the left apologize for it? It's not their fault. It's not their fault. It was one guy went and shot him. If anyone apologizes, it's that guy. No one else has to apologize. So, okay, totally fine title. Not sad, pointing to Trump. So not saying the situation isn't sad, saying Trump's not sad. Totally reasonable. It's a trick. Also, seemingly referring to Trump's emotional reaction here. And what's this other last little subtitle? Oh, that's just like a news ticker. So there's actually nothing wrong with the presentation so far. He hasn't shown us anything wrong with what Destiny's done so far. So obviously I've had disagreements with Destiny. I've covered this already. But Nux hasn't shown us anything. He is just showing something on screen and going, isn't this so bad? Isn't this so bad? Because he's a fucking idiot. Because he's just a fucking idiot. And again, we'll never get on a stream, never have a conversation about it, because he is a total low IQ fucking pussy.
It's insane. Like, this is actually insane. People are actually realizing how insane this is. Shoe on head, someone who used to be a leftist and is now currently homeless, because how could you possibly be on the fucking left when you have retards like this out there? Destiny does more recruitment for the right than literally any single right-wing streamer on Earth. Honestly, true. Honestly, I can't even deny that. Just literally correct. That's true. I don't think more people have left the left because of how the left acted about Charlie Kirk's death than, honestly, anyone could ever convince anyone to do through debate.
So Trump's poll numbers shot up so much.
Exposing yourself as being a demonic cesspit of evil cretins has been honestly incredibly eye-opening and very refreshing. Now, this was Destiny on CNN a month ago.
I hate Charlie Kirk. I think he's actually a Satan spawn, but he's very, very strategically minded.
Will we cover that new shoe on head vid about Kirk?
Thank you for the $5. Nope. There's actually nothing you can do to make me watch a shoe on head video. You cannot make me do that in big 2025.
Eye-opening and very refreshing. Now, this was Destiny on CNN a month ago.
I hate Charlie Kirk. I think he's actually a Satan spawn, but he's very, very strategically minded.
Right, so Satan spawn Charlie Kirk was killed after this by a demon, a monster, a absolute degenerate freak. All right, so I'm really glad that
didn't this guy have Destiny on his podcast twice? Yes, I believe he also he had a meal. He had dinner with Destiny when Destiny was visiting Israel, I believe.
Obvious. Incredibly
when Destiny was in Israel.
I didn't even know this clip happened.
Israel.
Someone replied to me with this. Definitely follow me on Twitter. I've been absolutely going to war against everybody on Twitter because I'm actually realizing that it's not about difference of opinions. It's really about good versus evil. So fuck all of you.
Yes, right? Destiny, use your doxing powers for good. Please tell us a rough estimate of Nox's BMI. Destiny, one opportunity to do one good thing. Please. Rough estimate of Nox's BMI, I'm begging. That's all I want. Just eyeball it. Just eyeball it.
To the point that fuck you, I don't care what you say is really becoming a lot more of a staple of mine. Because y'all are fucking demons. This demonic shit. So this is a clip from Destiny. One of my followers sent it to me. I couldn't believe it.
You genuinely do hate conservatives, don't you?
Very much so. Like I've moved full on to like the political violence level or the real violence level when it comes to conservative people. Yeah, I think they need to be like excised from my fucking
eyeball
country.
the BMI.
I think they are demonstrably fucking evil people by any moral system that most people would use. And then I just hate them because they tend to destroy the outcomes related to this country, which is what I'm concerned with. Yeah.
So fucking Cuckstony over here, who has allegedly child porn on his computer that he allegedly admitted to, and also had an open relationship with his wife, whose son is now a Nazi.
Are we talking Eric Weinstein fat or Ariel Sharon fat? I need an idea of mobility.
Yep. I need to know what Nox's daily mobility is like, for sure.
Saying that conservatives have no moral system at all, actually. Like, it's insane watching this. It is absolutely insane. One of the largest leftist voices. Bro had a special CNN show, right?
I mean, it's kind of true. I mean, if Nox doesn't believe that, surely he would get on streams to talk about it, right? Surely. If he believes that most conservatives are actually operating out of a principled moral system and not simply grievance politics where they feel like they're able to lash out against their enemies or the minority groups that have slighted them, surely he would be able to defend that point. Surely he'd be able to defend that.
And pretty weird. Really appreciate your moral compass, Destiny. It definitely... I wake up at night and I'm like, you know what? I was thinking of reading the Bible, and then I decided, I wonder what Destiny thinks.
Why would you think about reading the Bible? Nox falling asleep with the Talmud every night. You know it. Nox falling asleep with the Talmud on his face, like who is it? Shongshu, me, like that every night, every single night.
I wonder what Destiny thinks about this, guys. Yeah, it's really leaving me to think. I don't know why my Twitter decided to die. Oh, there it is. This is the clip that went a little bit viral very recently, and I think it's amazing, honestly.
Illustrated lolly Talmud.
I'm really happy that people say this, to be clear. I want to make it very clear. I'm happy they say it. Thank you so much for freedom of speech. Charlie Kirk died on the front lines of freedom of speech, and freedom of speech is destroying the entire left right now.
Out the crime statistics?
Not exactly like...
You need conservatives to be...
I'm getting tired of them calling Destiny a leftist when he's a neocon that likes tea, slur, cock. Okay, I'm gonna delete that message, Sid. But thank you for your input.
Afraid of getting killed when they go to events so that they look to their leadership to turn down the temperature. The issue is right now, they don't feel like there's any fear. Like, I don't know. It's like memes. It's just memes to everybody, I guess. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't care. I'm playing video games, okay?
So, this is direct advocacy for terrorism. I don't know how else you could possibly...
What did he say?
They don't feel like there's any fear. Like, I don't know. It's like memes. It's just memes to everybody, I guess. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't care. I'm playing video games, okay?
So he doesn't actually directly call for violence here. He doesn't directly call for violence. It's like kind of implied. But, there's a way it can be, like, you know, dispassionate. You know, there's like a way you could say this in a vacuum that doesn't sound like you're calling for violence.
So, this is direct advocacy for terrorism. I don't know how else you could possibly interpret this. Like,
Nox rereading the story of Solomon splitting the baby and imagining a different interpretation of the word splitting.
This is literally the best faith interpretation ever. The best faith interpretation ever. Conservatives need to be afraid for their life in public. Holy fucking shit balls, dude. This is insane. Now, I didn't watch this debate yet. We're going to be doing this today. I'm going to look at the Pierce Morgan debate because honestly, the left has found new ways to kill themselves. It's really impressive. Like they open their mouth to shove in another transgender furry penis in there and find a way to say even more unhinged, despicable shit.
This is from the guy who was posting pictures of little girls getting fucked by dogs on thumbnails, by the way.
So this guy says, why hasn't Amazon banned their streamers repeatedly called for conservatives to be murdered? So to be clear, Destiny is not actually on Twitch.
Sorry, wait, that's not technically true. It was like a lolly-esque drawing of an adult character by Shadman. That's not quite, I don't believe the character was actually canonically underage, okay, guys? I thought I should be very specific about this, okay? I don't want to slander Nux, of course. I wouldn't want him to be forced to reveal his full legal name on defamation filings, so I wouldn't want that. Thank you for the $5, Jimberly.
Nux literally rolls himself up in a Torah scroll with Boku no Pico illuminations of the city of Sodom to prepare for the next day in the X trenches.
Thank you for the $5, Jimberly.
He, however, is not banned on YouTube or Twitter, for example, where he is committing acts of terrorism. Allegedly.
Yeah, well, this guy said like 3 times he was going to sue Hassan, by the way. Where is it?
Terrorist shit. And Elon Musk says, I don't think this jackass should be banned, but Amazon should stop paying him to incite murder. That's insane. Again, he's not on Twitch, so Amazon's not paying him, but that's not the point. Separately, incitement to murder and domestic terrorism is a felony crime. For that, he should go to prison. Whoo! He can resume streaming when he served his time. Essentially, Elon Musk is saying Destiny needs to go to jail. And to be clear, it's not just Destiny. This is Elon Musk calling Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, literally none of this rises to the level of incitement. The idea that either Destiny or Hassan would go to jail for any of this is like totally fucking absurd. If it happened, it would be a complete raping of the First Amendment. And obviously, Nux is going to sit here. He's not going to just straight up say, I support jailing them for their speech. But he's not going to criticize it. And he's going to basically cheer it on.
And to be clear, it's not just Destiny. This is Elon Musk calling Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Twitch, because this is a tweet from Hassan back in the day when Hassan made a tweet. This was Tom Cotton saying that I really hate that there are Palestine protests in the city destroying our fucking streets.
NuxTaku for jail. NuxTaku will be sentenced to eternal Satan sodomy session in fucking hell with all the rest of the culture war grifters for crimes against humanity. Endless sodomy in hell for cultural grifters for the crimes against humanity.
And Hassan's response was to tweet out the schematics for the homemade shotgun that murdered Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. He tweets out the schematics to the shotgun, basically saying, kill this man, on Twitter to all of his followers and all of his people. I personally think Elon should ban him on X. I don't know why he hasn't yet. He's literally using X to promote
what did he say about Cotton Street?
Streets and vandalizing our tweet from Hassan back in the day when Hassan made a tweet. This was Tom Cotton saying that I really hate that there are Palestine protests in the city destroying our fucking streets and vandalizing our property. And Hassan's response was to tweet out the schematics for the homemade shotgun that murdered Japanese Prime Minister.
That's not what he said. He's saying, I encourage people who get stuck behind the pro-Hamas mobs blocking traffic, take matters in your own hands to get them out of the way. So that's a call to violence. So that's a call to violence that Tom Cotton's making there, right, Nux? Right? Surely you're not just going to criticize the Twitch streamer for the call to violence and totally ignore what the sitting politician is saying. Like, again, this guy is a disgusting shill. This guy is a disgusting fucking shill.
Shinzo Abe. He tweets out the schematics to the shotgun, basically saying, kill this man, on Twitter.
Hey guys,
to all
Jew
of his
here.
Followers and all of his people. I personally think Elon should ban him on X. I don't know why he hasn't yet. He's literally using X to promote terrorism. But again, no one is surprised here. So, paging Jeff Bezos, Elon is looking into this. I actually made this tweet, which I pinned on my Twitter. I think it's important. I actually made this tweet, basically, because Elon Musk was into it, listing all the fucking shit that Hassan has done. You know, calling his audience to kill Senator Tom Cotton, Senator Rick Scott, landlords, fascists, Zionists, you know, said someone's got to do it regarding Trump, supports Luigi Mangione, refuses to condemn the murder of 2 Israeli staffers in Washington, D.C., you know, stealthily justifies the assassination of Charlie Kirk, including support for all the terrorist groups that he supports. I made this really big fucking tweet, okay? It went a little bit
So how many of
viral.
these are even true? How many of these are even true? Called for the death of Senator Tom Cotton, a tweet on X. I mean, you can argue he did that. Senator Rick Scott, he said, if you cared about Medicaid fraud, you would Rick Scott instead of the people that you're Now, that's not calling for his death. Landlords. I mean, it was a joke because it was a conversation with Dan, who was a landlord. Fascist. He made 5+ videos on YouTube calling you a Nazi, by the way. Zionists. He means Jews. No, he doesn't. No, he literally doesn't. Said someone's got to do it regarding Trump. I don't think he did. Supports Luigi Mangio. Yeah, he didn't say that. He quoted people saying that. He said, people say this. So you guys have heard the saying, like, someone's got to do it, right? You guys have heard that? He quoted it to tell people about it, to talk about it, to discuss the fact that statement is being used. Fucking idiot. Supports Luigi Mangio. I don't even know if did he explicitly support the killing? I don't know if he did. Refuses to condemn the murder of 2 Israeli staffers in Washington, D.C. Total lie. He did condemn it. He did condemn it. Total lie. Stealthily justifies the assassination of Charlie Kirk, calling him a fascist radical. He was a fascist radical. Charlie Kirk paid for buses of students to be shipped to the Capitol on January 6th to go and attempt to help overturn the rightful results of a free and fair democratic election. That's a fascist radical. Don't care. Seethe. Seethe. Seethe.
For all the terrorist groups that he supports. I made this really big fucking tweet, okay? It went a little bit viral. I was just shocked, personally. And Elon Musk actually liked the tweet. Like, he left a like on it, so yes, he did see it, and this is happening. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. And this surprised the fuck out of me. Basically, every conservative commentator liked this tweet. Like, I was just getting notifications from every conservative everyone knows the piece of shit issue we have in America right now, and it's the far left retard satanic fucking freaks that are inciting violence every fucking turn that they get. People are actually recognizing this. So Piers Morgan did a debate panel. The beginning is just kind of monologues, but here's the debate panel. I'm very excited to do a deep dive into the actual debate. Personally, I am so over the bullshit. At this point, I don't want to see leftists say, oh, actually, I actually condemn violence. No. I want you to fully be aware that I am done. I'm done. I am all for unity if you have a soul. I am all for turning down the temperature, well, when you deserve it. I'll be real. As it stands right now, we have a cancer in our country, and it is the far left.
See what I mean? Our country. You're not living in America. It's like crazy. When you are a dual citizen, Canada or America, you're living in Israel. And you talk about America like our country, our country. Wait for our country. Your interests are not aligned with the average Americans. You don't live there. The idea that you present yourself as just another American is ridiculous. It's absurd. It's crazy. And the idea that you're saying, oh, we'll turn down the rhetoric, we'll turn down the heat when it's time to. You are a faceless avatar. You have no buy-in. Get some fucking skin in the game, and then you can talk like you want violence, okay? Get some fucking skin in the game, and then you can call for higher temperature. The idea that you sit behind a fucking VTuber and you encourage an increased temperature. You encourage more sort of like disagreement, more contention, more potentially violence is basically what we're leaning towards here. Violent rhetoric. The idea you do that from behind a fucking VTuber is sickening. Is sickening. It truly is.
Of an innocent man. Until that shit gets shut down, no, it's not both sides. No, it's not unity. No, it's not fucking turn down the temperature. It's you guys are fucking soulless, godless, terrorist heathens. Fuck you. All right, that's my perspective right now. All right, I'm all for open debate, but fuck you. All right.
This is soulless, godless, terrorist heathens coming from the guy who posted huge amounts of lolly pornography, censored slightly, huge amounts of censored slightly lolly pornography onto a website where he had a massive child audience, unage restricted. They are the godless heathens. This guy was distributing censored, slightly censored, lolly drawn child pornography to 2 children. He was distributing it to children with zoo elements to it as well. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. With zoo elements to it too. 2 children, and he's saying other people are godless heathens. He's saying other people are godless heathens. How do you wrap your head around this one, Nux? How do you square the circle? Please explain it to me. Please explain it to me. I would love to know. And like, yeah, exactly. Like, he is immediately on board with like calling for the doxing and harassment of people, like over politics all the time. It's insane.
I want this to be very clear. I really find it annoying when you have idiots. Right? It's not everyone on the left. It's the subculture of the left that is celebrating the murder of a man for saying opinions they don't like. Fuck those guys. Literally no interest in reconciliation and unity. This is good versus evil. It's not politics. It's not policy. It's not financials. It's none of that. And Vance agreed with me. Fuck these guys. All right, let's see the debate.
Aaron, what was your immediate reaction when you heard about what had happened to Charlie Kirk, and presumably at some stage saw the
I didn't know
the
Andrew
video?
Wilson was in this. Hell yeah.
Well, it started with absolute shock, followed by despair.
Okay, I don't care about any of the start of this. Let's watch when Destiny gets on.
Question is, are you dividing the country? Are you basically condoning more murders? Are you breaking laws? Do you have CSAM on your computer? So many questions.
Yes. I think that the only way this country...
I agree, Nox. Those are good questions. I would like to ask both of you those questions. I would like both of you, to be investigated under those grounds by federal authorities.
Moves forward into a better world is when conservatives can finally realize that they need to turn the temperature down on their side.
That's right. That's right. We are going to keep killing you until you turn the temperature down. Based response. Yep, absolutely. That makes sense to me. That's sir. Yes, sir. Why aren't you calm? Maybe we should kill another conservative. Maybe after we kill another one, maybe then you'll calm down. Oh, you're not calm? All right, we'll kill another one. Well, let's. You know what? They're not calm. Let's call them all Nazis. Yeah. All right. Holy shit, they're not calm. We should celebrate the death of an innocent man. All right, everyone, celebrate. If you don't celebrate, I'll be honest, I don't think the temperature's gonna calm.
We are 10 years into whatever this
never
Trump
even say
madness
celebrate
is,
it either.
and there is not a single mainstream conservative that will call for a lowering of the temperature on their side. I think that liberals need to wake up and finally realize that if they're not willing to do it, it will never come down.
The left, they're not woke enough. You have to really sit back and hate on some liberals, on some Democrats. All right, if you're not hating on Republicans, you're doing something wrong. All right, so you see, he's also not both sides. It's pretty hilarious that this happens. This is diabolical, man.
If you wanted Charlie Kirk to be alive, Donald Trump shouldn't have been president for the second term. Every time he's in office, this happens. People joked about when Biden came in, it was so boring, nothing was going on. 7 out of 10 of the largest protests in American history have happened under Donald Trump.
Yawn! Oh my god, yes, that's true. Black Lives Matter riot burnt down the fucking country under Trump. It's Trump's fault. Absolutely. Dude, why are we... This is why the game...
Is the president not responsible for the state of the country?
Can't be played. This is why the game can't be played. You can't compare these things, all right? Charlie Kirk got murdered. There were no riots. There was no fires. There was no looting. And no one expected any of that to happen, okay? This game is bullshit, all right? The game is rigged. Your statistics are lies. Okay?
Yeah, there was no protest for fucking riots for Melissa Hortman either. Yeah, obviously there's nothing to fucking protest. What do you protest? What do you protest in support of Charlie Kirk? Republicans are in the government. What do you protest? Like, what? There's no issue to protest. Yes, in BLM, they protested against the police because the police killed Charlie Kirk. Not Charlie Kirk, George Floyd. Sorry, I get them mixed up. They're so similar. I got them mixed up. They occupy the same place in my mind.
Streamer talking politics. Skin in the game. I hate this cartoon.
Thank you for the 499 from the south side. Thank you. Charlie Kirk, peace be upon him. Peace be upon him. Peace be upon him. Charlie Kirk, peace be upon him. Sorry, yeah, the police killed George Floyd. So obviously they were protesting the police. You gonna protest Antifa? Where do you go to protest Antifa? Where's the anti-Antifa protest held at? How do you do that? Like, it just doesn't make any sense, does it? It's a lone gunman shot Charlie Kirk. How the fuck do you protest that? Obviously, you can't protest that. If, like, a sitting Democrat had shot Charlie Kirk, you might see some protests. You might see some anti-Democrat protests. But it wasn't. It was just like a lone gunman. So how do you protest that? It doesn't make any sense.
Single one being as disingenuous as possible.
all of the recent political violence that's happened in this country over the past 20 years, the majority of it, the overwhelming majority of it, everybody gets mad because they keep asking Grok about it, has been conservative.
Yeah, or if it was like an easily preventable assassination that was carried out due to like massive oversights, but as far as like that's not the case. It was like he had standard security for these events. This guy just kind of got lucky with, you know, in terms of being able to carry it out with the opportunity that arose with the fucking rooftop and shit, or planned it out.
Who shot Charlie Kirk?
A guy from Utah who was raised in a Christian family.
Yeah.
I love when they do this. Who shot Charlie Kirk? A Utah Christian family. Yes, he was gay. Yes, he was pro-LGBT. Yes, he was dating a trans guy. Yes, he was a furry. Yes, he said, kill the fascists. Yes, he was in a group chat where they admitted he was a leftist. Yes, the FBI
They didn't admit he was left. Nothing saying he was a leftist, and then nothing saying he was a leftist.
Leftist. Yes, he was using leftist propaganda.
There's literally nothing saying he was a leftist. There is no evidence of this guy being a leftist. No evidence that he's a leftist. Slight anti-fascist messaging on the bullet casings. Dislike Charlie Kirk because of his hateful statements, apparently. And seem to support Democrats. There is no specific tie to any like unique specific ideology. He's not specifically a leftist, socialist, communist, standard Democrat. We can't tell. There's nothing that makes it immediately clear. That hasn't been proven out.
But his parents were literally conservative. It's Trump's fault. Bam! Hell yeah, dude.
A guy described
He wasn't
Destiny.
He didn't have a trans girlfriend. He didn't have any trans influences. He didn't have any trans bullets. Yeah, I'm sorry, you got all of that.
Like, it's wild how we're still taking this this discussion seriously.
Clear. The governor of Utah, Spencer Cox, has made it clear that their investigation has now established that he had been radicalized by a leftist ideology, which drove him to do this.
It's confirmed. It's confirmed according to the FBI, according to the police, according to his parents, according
Based
to
on
his
what?
friends, according to the leaked Discord group chat that the FBI got. Everyone knows he was a leftist. He said kill the fascists. Everyone knows this. Bro got shifty-eyed there for a second, but then he realized...
Again, it's just like there's no evidence for leftist. Unless you just mean anyone that leans left is a leftist. He seems to lean left. That seems to be the case. He hasn't been tied to a specific ideology. We don't know that he was, like, radicalized by an ideology. It could be that this guy, it wasn't really about ideology at all. It could be that it was more about a personal motivation. That he just, you know, he did have political disagreements with Charlie Kirk. But it wasn't because he believed, oh, I have to take down Charlie Kirk to prevent this thing, or to bring about this ideology. Could be that he hated what Charlie Kirk said. He thought Charlie Kirk was a disgusting person. He wanted to kill him. When you talk about a radical ideology, you're talking about specific, like, stratified ideologies that he's trying to act upon. Right? Like, you can look at Ted Kaczynski, for instance, had a whole manifesto laying out his ideology. You can look at many Islamic terrorists. Obviously, they make statements in regards to Islamic terrorism when they do it, usually part of a group that has specific doctrine. You can look at... what's another good example? What's another good example of, like... a radical ideology. You could look at a groyper. If it was a groyper, you could, you know, if you turn it to a groyper, which he's not, obviously, it's a retarded theory. But if it was a groyper, you could obviously see, oh, look, this is a specific ideology he has. You can see from his posts, stuff like that. There isn't any of that with this guy. There isn't any of that with this guy. He seems like he was loosely political, kind of leaned left. Or like the IRA, yeah, exactly, the IRA. Clear ideology with those attacks. With this, it seems like he leans left, but there isn't like a clear radical ideology. It just isn't there.
Wait a second. Lock in. We could still say we don't trust the Trump administration, and he was secretly a Republican because he had a gun.
That's just
I'm sorry. Excuse me. When?
Yesterday, he said that.
No. When was he radicalized? In the 6 months that he did remote
that's
college?
right. That's right. They lied. The FBI, they were all liars. He was never really radicalized. All of the people in his life that said he was a radicalized far left whack job, they're all wrong. Because according to Destiny,
show the sources,
you can't get radicalized
show the sources,
in 6 months.
Show the sources, Nux.
When he was, I do know the very reasonable sounding governor of Utah has made it clear that the you may not want to. You may not want to hit.
This is the lie. It's so disingenuous. Like, why even take this seriously? Like, I am all for open discussion. But you need a baseline. You need a baseline of, like, basic honesty.
Oh, Nux is all for open discussion, but he wants it to be honest. Well, Nux, get on the stream. Get on the stream with Destiny. Get on the stream anywhere. Just come on, Nux. You like open discussion. You're saying you like open discussion. You just want honesty. He could so easily. Could you not just hold Destiny to account here? Could you not pick up the blower? Be like, hey, Destiny, I want to get on your stream because you were totally wrong on that Piers Morgan panel. Why doesn't he do that? Why doesn't he do that? Curious. I wonder.
To have an open discussion. And to be honest, Destiny doesn't want one. He doesn't. He just wants to villainize conservatives as much as he can, to the point that I just showed you a clip before we started this. He thinks that they're inhuman, and he thinks that they should all be killed.
But the reality is, the investigators, according to
it's so funny when people say shit like this. You're watching a panel with a guy who wrote a book called Unhumans about fucking Democrats. Dude.
Utah have established that he was radicalized to a leftist ideology that drove him to murder Charlie Kirk. Now, let me just ask you.
That's just not true.
Let me just ask
no
you.
way to deal with it.
Okay,
You're living
you're
in a
blind. That's your prerogative. But
sure.
If it turns out to have been somebody with a leftist ideology who wanted to shut up Charlie Kirk, would you condemn that?
I won't condemn anything until the president of the United States can go on air and say, all of us need to calm down.
That's right. It's Trump's fault. Absolutely. It's all Trump's fault. Of course it's
I mean, it kind of is, yeah.
That a lefty shot a right-wing guy.
Yeah.
Of course he won't condemn.
Yeah, because the reason why tensions are so high in the US right now is because for years, Trump has gone out of his way to increase the rhetoric, to disrespect the Constitution, to infringe on people's rights, to behave in a disgustingly, blatantly corrupt manner, because he has done that for years now, for like 8 years. So, yeah, it is Trump's fault that there's so much political violence in America, because he has led the way. He has pushed American democracy to the brink. That's why it's happening. Yeah.
A political assassination. Of course not, obviously. Why would Destiny do that? Because he's a better human. You see, he has embraced liberalism, and therefore he is a supreme deity being. All right, Republicans, not human. All right, remember, this is the guy that would laugh if his own parents were murdered at a Trump rally. He said that when Trump was almost assassinated. He would laugh if his own parents were killed at a Trump rally. I don't care. I don't care. Sorry. Your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. Literally. That's why I fucking
Rick and Morty references now.
Replied to him on Twitter as well. Your call-outs mean nothing. They mean so little, it's crazy.
You won't condemn the murder of Charlie Kirk until Donald Trump says something.
I'm a
Who's fat and knocks a parry? That's tough.
And Democrats have been condemning and turning down the temperature, condemning violence, turning down the temperature for a decade. Donald Trump can't go on TV and say, all of us need to calm down.
Right.
Can you tell me why he cannot?
Why would you expect anybody...
Again, this has nothing... Again, why... Look, if I was Trump, and I was watching this debate, all right, and I was watching Destiny say, I do not condemn the murder of Charlie Kirk, do you think if I was Trump, would say, yeah, we all need to calm down? And it's not, hey, we have a cancer in our country, and it happens to be on the far left? I'm sorry. With all due respect, you are...
Yeah, if you were like a purely self-serving, narcissistic fucking dictator, yes, that would be your response, correct, Nux? Now, what Destiny's arguing for is for people to be scared of being like that. People to be scared of being self-serving, narcissistic dictators, because the people will start speaking in more inflammatory ways, and then things might start happening. So maybe you should speak in less inflammatory ways, because the only way to, it's like, what's the best way of deposing a king, right? That's of getting rid of a dictator. Everyone knows it. That fear should always be there. You should always be ready to tone down the temperature. You should not, as the leader of a country, feel like you can just infinitely scale up the rhetoric against your own people, especially not against your fucking political opposition. That's absurd. You should not feel like you can infinitely do that.
Proving Trump's point. You are literally making Trump's entire fucking case. You are winning the Trump argument here by acting like a fucking lunatic.
Destiny.
You can't answer that. Can you answer that question? Why can't Trump go on TV and say, all of us should be less violent?
This guy called me out on Twitter. I have zero interest in debating. I don't care.
Why do you
say that?
Why do you
Why
think
is your behavior contingent on Donald Trump?
Insane right now.
Oh, there it is. Anna Kasparian, the fight of justice.
Do you think? No, let me ask a question.
But this is the funniest thing, because both of them, in my opinion, are completely immoral. The difference is Destiny is a principled immoral retard, and Anna Kasparian is a lying immoral retard. That's the difference.
Let me ask a question.
Dude, Anna Kasparian would fucking whoop Nux in a debate. I don't even like Anna Kasparian that much. Yeah, she has her moments. She would fucking whoop Nux in a debate. It would not even be fucking close. It would not even be fucking close. Nux, please challenge Anna Kasparian to a debate. We are begging. The people are begging. The people are begging Nux. Get on the stream with literally anyone. It's so bad, it can literally be a woman. I trust a woman to be able to beat Nux in a debate. That's the point we're at. Get on a stream with literally anyone. You fucking rodent.
The president of the United States of America and the leader of the opposing
Destiny. Let me
You have a huge audience of young men who listen to everything you have to say. So when it doesn't matter, you have a huge audience, and because of that, you have a huge audience. You have a responsibility to not turn. No, it hasn't been. Actually care about the country and want to bring people together. You do the opposite. You represent the worst. You're embarrassing.
You should tell.
All right, let me ask Destiny a question.
They killed an innocent man. You should tell Donald Trump to be nice. And
okay, I can't stomach this every time. We're just going to repeat the same fucking catchphrases again and again because he can't even engage with the content that's happening on screen. He's decided his take based on what he saw on Twitter and he's just going to keep repeating it because he's a fucking low IQ, worthless grifter. Okay. That's enough for Nux.